Hello, my name is Matthew Berry, and I'm currently the director of the Rittner Husky Academy in the Rittner School District in St. Louis, Missouri. I have this is my first year in this position, but for the past 5 years, I worked as the school counselor at Rittner Middle School in the same district. Why start my career in education? Partly every job and every position I ever have had has been working with students, working with kids. I initially, my undergrad's in recreation and leisure studies, and so I was doing a lot of work with students through youth sports and also kind of social recreation. And so I saw a need there. I had worked in one of the schools here in the Rittner School District about 15 years ago as a youth at risk case manager, and saw the impactful work that school counselors can have every day. And so that was a big motivation for me to jump into education. If I could have any other job than what I do right now in education, that would be probably to be a food critic. I love to eat, and I love going and finding new places to eat and trying new things, and definitely sharing that with other people. So I would definitely be a food critic if I could. How are kids different now than 30 years ago? I think that education has changed, and not only education, but just our society in general. There's a lot more access to information that students have compared to what we had 30 years ago. And so I think there's a lot more pressure and societal pressure that students face. And so I think that we are having to really, in teaching and now compared to 30 years ago, really have a variety of opportunities and ways to reach students. That maybe we didn't in the past. And additionally, teaching is so much more demanding, I feel like, as compared before, as far as the expectations that the district and states put on teachers within their classroom. So, if you are thinking about going into education or becoming a teacher, I mean, this is a great profession. Yes. Is it stressful? Yes. Are there times when you go home exhausted and tired? Yes, that is true. But are there those times when things are very rewarding? Yes, that is true also, and I couldn't think of anything more that I would want to do other than being a food critic than being in education. I really love the opportunity to work with students and to reach parents and to just, try to meet any needs that I can that's possible. The one thing that I think I would change to help kids learn better is how we can in education just build more of a team approach, and really wrap students' lives and wrap the families to collaborate and work together. I think that what students do 7 hours a day here at school doesn't compare what happens in those 17 hours outside of school, and so I think any impact we can have as far as working together and collaborating with parents and families to meet the goals of students, I think is very important.